Hello and welcome to Thursdays with Annette. Thank you for joining me because we are making pizza today. We're not just making any pizza, we're making the base and then putting the topping on, and it's for one person, it's one pizza. It's out of the mall cooking for 1 or 2, so you might get to win that this week. And here it is. It's in the chicken section, and I'll tell you how to make variations to it as we go, but that's it. Yes, you get the whole pizza to yourself. Nothing better than that. And the good news is it's only 9.5 grams of fat for the whole shebang. That's right. And what we do is we all, sometimes I make the bases because my kids are a bit lazy like that, and I'll make the bases up and then they finish it off. The grandkids love it. So I hope you do too, because what I want to talk about before we get into this fabulousness is I've got this great deal going. It's just for Christmas, and it's this wonderful roaster. I love a baked dinner or roasting vegetables and things like that. Now this is on just now for a special time. It's the Neo Flam Then Roasting. It's the large roaster. It's fantastic. Now it goes in my oven that way, it goes in that way. You've got your little handles. Of course you would have, gloves on when you pick it out of the oven. But what it is it's a $200 roasting pan, but not on my website. No, thank you very much. It's only $119, and that's delivered. So you don't even have to pay for delivery. So just think about that. If you've got any prezzies you need to give, what do you want a present for yourself? Because I love it. Now it's a non-toxic, 100% non-toxic. It's the Neo Flam non-stick, fabulous, lightweight, as you can see. And I just thought, what a great thing. Over Christmas, I know I do a lot of roasting, and this pan will be used a lot. And I thought you might be interested as well. All right, so that's just what I wanted to share with you, because it is on for a limited time. Okay, let's look at the ingredients we need for this fabulous pizza. Now, we're going to make the base, okay? And it's the easiest, most fabulous base on the planet. And what you do is you use self-raising flour and Chobani Greek natural yogurt, plain yogurt. Yes, that's what you use. That's the base. Isn't it fabulous? So that's the base. On the toppings, now you can vary your toppings, but for this recipe when I created it, I've got capsicum, mushrooms, I've got chicken, and it's the chicken tenderloin. So it's 75 grams of chicken there. You want 1/4 cup of capsicum, 1/4 cup of mushroom slice, red onion, 1/4 cup. I've got 3 cherry tomatoes here. I've got the Bega Super Slim grated cheese here as well. You want 50 grams or 1/2 cup of that. I've got the no added salt tomato paste. I want a tablespoon of that. Bit of cooking spray and some extra flour for rolling the pastry out. I mean, it's going to be just so easy, and I'm excited to make it for you. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make the pastry, or you wouldn't call it the pastry, would you? It's the pizza base. So you have the flour, 1/3 cup. Now what I'm going to do is it's 60 grams or 4 tablespoons. And remember, my tablespoons are 15 ml. So, I measure it, put it onto the side a bit, so if I go wrong I can take it off. So we want 60 grams, nearly there. That's it. All right, so that's the yogurt. Now all you have to do is, I'm going to put my gloves on because you do need to, mix it up. And you could make this for any pizzas you like. I like the idea that we get it, you don't have to share. And all you have to do is just mix that in. I mean, can it get any easier? I mean, I do have another pizza recipe in book 1, and that's the Supreme Pizza, and I use the Lebanese bread as a base. So that is easy, but if you don't want to do that, make your own. That's right. So mix it through, and now get in with your fingers and really combine the yogurt. And it's a clever idea, isn't it? That the fermentation in the yogurt really does help the base. Now, what I'm going to do, and it tells you with this in the recipe, is to leave this just to sit for 15 minutes. So I'm going to just put that to the side And I've actually done one ahead, okay? So this way, Bill and I both get pizzas at the end of the show. So we're both very happy. All right, so then what we're going to do is, well, let's prep up what goes on top of the pizza, because you're obviously letting that rest. So let's start. All right. So you only want 1/4 cup because you're making one pizza. So obviously, if you're making a whole batch of them, you will times it by however people want. Now, I want to dice this. And if you look in the variations on the recipe, you'll see that I tell you lots of different ways that you can change the pizza. You know, you can replace it with ham or prawns. You know, it's up to you if you want to make it vegetarian. Really, it's up to your imagination what you put on the pizza. And of course, you know, like my grandkids aren't very experimental. They like, you know, ham and pineapple. That'll do me, thank you, Nanny. All right, 1/4 cup. There we go. I'm just going to put that in a little bowl over here, ready to go. Then we're going to do the mushrooms. Now I'm going to thinly slice the mushrooms. I'm not going to dice them up. I like to see the mushrooms like in slices on the pizza. And as I said, you can change it to however you want. Like if you're not a mushroom person, then you can use something else that you might like to put on a pizza. All right, so let's have a look. We want 1/4 cup. Got to squish those mushrooms down. That's perfect. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to just do the onion. And now we want 1/4 cup. Now I'm using red onion in this recipe because I do love red onion, you know, roasted on a pizza. I'm just going to cut it in half and then cut it into thin slices. You could use just your normal onion if you haven't got red. You could do shallots. I'm not precious about it. I think you can make it however you want. But I do break it up. We want 1/4 cup. Once again, everything's 1/4 because you're only making it for one person. Here we go. And, you know, you can use all this for something else. You know, I find it very easy to use red onion in my salads or whatever you like. Cherry tomatoes. Now, in the recipe it says to cut into quarters, but I really only got really small ones. So I'm actually going to cut them just in half because they're just too little. So that's the tomatoes done. I've grated the cheese. All I've got to do now is the chicken. Might just turn it over because I can. And we're going to dice it. Now it goes on raw because you're going to bake it. The oven's already been preheated to 220, remember. 220 degrees. Did I tell you that before? Maybe not. I'm going to cut that down the middle. And the reason I've used the tenderloin is because I only want 75 grams of chicken. So, you know, often that's, you know, too little for a chicken breast. Oh, 200. Thank you, Bess. Just gone 200, Annette. I told you the wrong. I'm sorry. 200 fanfuls. All right. All right, so now let's roll this out. I've got chicken on them. I won't be using that. Remember, I've had it rested 15 minutes. Where's my tray? Here's my tray. I'm going to spray it. There we go. Now you want to roll it out to reach 20 centimetres. So grab your kid's ruler so you know what you're doing. There we go. That's beautiful. The kids, my grandkids love making this pizza. And I think they feel a bit proud of themselves when they, you know, when they make it from scratch. I love it. Now I do have, as I said, I have got the Pizza Supreme in book 1. So that's an easy one as well. I'm trying to sort of make this go a bit round because we do like a round pizza, don't we? So just think about that when you're doing it. And the other thing that I've done, which is, I mean, how dare I, but I've actually made sweet pizzas in book 7. And they are phenomenal. Like there's a Christmas pizza, so perfect for this time of the year. I've got a Malibu pizza and a chocolate fruit pizza, all sweet, as I said, in book 7. So let's have a look how I'm doing. Okay, it's a little bit spee with, but I am okay with that. Look, here we go. There you go, my pizza. Yum! Now what we do is we get the tablespoon, remember it's a 15 ml tablespoon, and we use the no added salt tomato paste, and you just spread that over. Now, I have done it with barbecue sauce for one of my grandsons because he is not into tomato, and it was very nice. He loved it. I mean, what would you put on a pizza? Like, I'd love to know what's your favourite topping. What do you, like, if you can't have this topping, you don't want that pizza. See, to me, I do love olives on my pizza, I must say. All right, so there's the base. Now we're going to just sprinkle on the cheese. Now this is the secret thing to this recipe that I did. I wanted to be able to see the food on it. And normally you put it all on and the cheese goes on the top and you don't see anything. So what I get you to do is I want you to take out 2 tablespoons of your grated cheese, and I want you to spread this over your base. I know, I'm a rebel. I like to do things a little different. Trust me though, it's absolutely phenomenal. This is going to change your Friday night pizza night. Don't even think about ordering it out. You can do it at home now. All right, so there that goes on. Let's position the vegetables now. So it's just a matter of just sprinkling on how you like it. Now, if you don't like capsicum, you know, there's loads of other great toppings, vegetables you could put on a pizza. But I would love to know what is your must-have on a pizza, apart from cheese, of course. Now we're going to do the mushrooms. So I just push them around. And the great thing is with this pizza is, as I said, 9.5 grams of fat. You are welcome. I mean, how good. So on a weight loss program, you are covered. I want the onion. I do love onion on a pizza as well. Here we go. Just make sure you're not missing a bit, so that there's a bit of love for every bit of the pizza. Then I'm going to do the chicken. And don't worry, because I know it's raw, but it will cook in the oven. Yeah? So just put it around. And I would have a salad on the side with this. I think that's where it can help you with your weight loss if you're not just relying on the pizza, but you're also like getting salad organised and filling up with that as well. But I think you're going to feel a bit full with this one, aren't you? Yeah. Chicken pizza, here we come. And now I'm just going to do the cherry tomatoes. And I tend to like to just sort of go clockwise. I'll do one on that side. Oh, actually, there and there. I like to do it around the edge. Now we've just got to put that last little bit of cheese over the top. I mean, I just think this is the best recipe on the planet. Am I allowed to say that about my own recipe? Okay, voila. Okay, let's bung it in the oven. It's going to be at the 200 degrees, so it's a hot oven. Now my timing, I want to do it for maybe 20, 25. Let's do 20. Depends on how hot your oven is. You just want the cheese to be brown, like a little bit browned or golden, and have melted. the cheese, and the chicken will be cooked by then as well. Look, you know what? We're going to, oh, well, Bill and I are going to clean up this chaos here. I'm going to come back with the finished pizza and let you see how amazing it is. I'll be back shortly. So the pizza's been in for 25 minutes. I'll just get it out. Look at this. Oh my gosh, isn't that fabulous? That's all for me. All right, let's put it on a plate. There you go. I mean, I could have maybe got it a bit rounder, but I like rustic. There you go. Oh my gosh, chicken pizza out of More Cooking for One or Two. Isn't it fabulous? You have to try it, and I'd love to see your photos when you've done it. And once again, I'll be interested in what is your must-have on your pizza. I mean, who knew Whalers could be so deliciously healthy? Yes. Well, we're done for another day. So if you want to win the More Cooking for One or Two, because you do, all you have to do is like, share, and then in the comments, hashtag Symply Too Good. And then I'll pick 3 famous people to get a Percy signed copy of the book. Now, before I finish up, don't forget the roasting pan. The large pan is available for a short time. So check it out on the website at simplytoogood.com.au. And next week, oh my gosh, next week we're making, or well, I'll be making for you a fantastic salad, which will be perfect for this time of the year and going into the festive season. It's out of book 6, and I've never made it on the show before. It's the roasted vegetable and pine nut salad. Who doesn't love a roast vegetable salad? You're going to love this one. So be here next week and I'll show you how to do it. In the meantime, it's pizza time. Take care now. Bye.